This week on Jambar TV, we'll be talking about the announcements made at the fountain on campus. Then we'll discuss the events held during Hispanic Heritage Month. We'll also talk about the football team and their hot season start.
I'm Caitlin McCarthy.
And I'm Elizabeth Koss. This week I followed an email sent to faculty about possible austerity measures the university may take following the release of Youngstown State University's 14-day enrollment numbers. The numbers will be out on September 20th following a Board of Trustees meeting, but I spoke to Union President Mark Vopat about what this means for faculty.
The union are in discussions, I should say, about a voluntary separation retirement package, similar to the one next year. So we are right now in ongoing talks about that. The union views this as the better of a bad situation. It's just less bad. So if there are people who, want to take this separation agreement, the potential is that it might save other tenure track positions here at the university.
Her prompter might just be off. For a more in-depth look into the story, remember to pick up a copy of this week's Jambar.
With every new semester comes new courses, but for those worried about the workload and succeeding academically, YSU has one center designed to help you. The Rush Center for Academic Success specializes in tutoring, academic coaching, peer tutoring, and even after-hours help. With over 200 courses, they can help in. Director of the center, Becky Varian, said she loves seeing new students come in.
I think first-year students come in thinking tutoring is only for the not-so-smart kids, because I think that was the model more in high school. In college, you'll see more honor students back there at any given time. I mean, tutoring is a normal thing to do in college. You're going to have very challenging courses, so don't wait to sign up. Don't wait until after your first test when you bombed it. Do it before that first test.
If you're interested in finding a tutor or even becoming a tutor yourself, you can visit the YSU website and look for the Rush Center.
Students on Wednesday might have seen President Jim Tressel around the fountain area alongside some new signs. I was outside Kilcolly and caught all of the announcements. With podiums set up and speakers galore, the unveiling of the new name for YSU's fountain was on full display. The Daniel H. Becker Family Fountain Commons was revealed to students and viewers outside. President Jim Tressel delighted in the announcement of the renaming, as well as the new endowment granted to the university.
On behalf of all of us here, we appreciate the impact you'll make on students. Not only do we pray that that will help a lot of students, but that students will continue to have great experiences out here.
Daniel Becker was present at the naming of the fountain after him and his family and expressed immense gratitude.
It's very important that the kids have a place like this. This university, from the time I began here, has grown and changed, and it is so wonderful.
For the Jambar, I'm Elizabeth Koss.
The Ward Beecher Greenhouse has been renamed the Sandy Simon Greenhouse after a donation from the Simon estate. Renovations at the newly named greenhouses were completed this summer. The updates to the greenhouse include HVAC improvements, as well as a revamped research-ready bay. Ian Reen told us about some of the projects that take place in the greenhouse.
We've had the YESS group partake in community garden projects. Some of those projects are actual vegetables that are grown. Some of that, and I would say that I have done this to a considerable extent, is grown plants, native plants for the public. People are interested in, I've never seen that type of sunflower, or you have various mint species that are natives.
President Jim Tressel wanted to highlight the McFadden's work through the process. He spoke about how McFadden worked closely with the Simon family and how invested in the process the entire family has been.
Paul McFadden was the guy that spent most of the time with them, and he noticed when he was out there that they were lovers of growing things and that type of thing. Plus, they were lovers of education. And so when he kind of made the suggestion that we could take, the best of both worlds and upgrade greenhouse on campus, the Simon family was all in. And in fact, when we had the actual kind of opening, ribbon cutting, whatever you want to call it, we had a whole group of them from all over the country, I believe.
The Sandy Simon Greenhouse is located in Ward Beecher Hall. For more information, contact Ian Wren.
YSU used test proctoring apps, but a federal court case could change YSU's policy. Jambar reporter Christopher Gillette breaks the story.
YSU has employed online proctoring, especially since the pandemic. However, a recent court case could change that.
Cleveland State was sued by Aaron Ogletree, a freshman chemistry major in spring 2021, for an environmental scan done in his room at home. Ogletree brought the lawsuit to federal court, where Judge J. Philip Calabrese on August 22nd ruled environmental scans unconstitutional in favor of Ogletree. After the ruling, YSU's Department of Cyber Learning emailed faculty recommending they stop environmental scans. Jessica Chill is the head of the Department of Cyber Learning. She explained what an environmental scan is. Jambar staff, including myself, demonstrated an environmental scan.
The environment check is whenever it's doing the automated, it's going to actually ask you to take your computer and turn it around so that you can see the room to make sure there's nothing obvious in the open area.
The case is not over. Both sides will come to an agreement which is ongoing and could change YSU's policy in online proctoring. Greg Morjone is the Associate General Counsel for YSU. He explained the nature of the case and the pandemic's role.
The case has a lot of unique circumstances or factors to it that are atypical of what goes on here at YSU. In the Ogletree case, the video scan was done over a Zoom, so you had other students that were able to view Mr. Ogletree's bedroom at the time. That is not what happens here through our approved software platforms such as Respondus and Examity. I believe Cleveland State offered for Mr. Ogletree to come to campus and take the test, by himself in a room, but he had some health concerns, and I believe it was also indicated in the facts of the case that he had some family members that were high risk, so he chose not to do that.
For more information on the case in YSU, pick up this week's issue of the Jambar. For Jambar TV, I'm Christopher Gillette.
You can look up all kinds of sunny skies outside, but are you going to see sunny skies outside today? Let's throw things over to Cheyenne Gibbons real quick.
The weather this weekend is looking nice with the high in the 80s with plenty of sun for outdoor activities, but don't forget your sunscreen. The start of next week, we'll start to see some rain and thunderstorms, so don't forget your umbrella.
The communication department is much more than media or delivering a speech. The YSU Communication Department offers programs in telecommunication, journalism, and communication studies. We inspire creativity. We encourage each student's passion. We explore new and advanced technologies that connect the human race. The communication programs at YSU ensure that every student is prepared and experienced for the outside workforce, for life after YSU. Join the Jambar and find your voice when you tell the next big story. Become a host of Rookery Radio and gain hands-on experience, or get involved with TV productions like Light the Wick, Penguin Rundown, and Jambar TV. YSU's Communication Department is much more than a department, an education, or a degree. It's a home for passionate individuals, for students to find and pursue what they love.
Hello and welcome back to Jambar TV. I'm Cheyenne Gibbons and this is your weekly weather outlook. Today we'll see some clouds throughout the day, but we'll see plenty of sun during the day as well. Tonight we'll see a little bit more clouds and an increase in wind speeds, but it'll remain pretty nice. Saturday, there will be an increase in cloud coverage, but the chance for rain remains low. We'll still see plenty of sunshine, and by Saturday night, we'll see the skies clear up. However, on Sunday, the chance for rain rises to 25%, and we'll see more clouds along with stronger winds in the day. By night, we'll see much more cloud coverage, and the chance for rain remains the same. Now let's take a look at my 4-day forecast. Today is a great start to the weekend with a high of 81 and a low of 57. Saturday, the high will be 82, but will feel cooler with the cloud coverage. The low is 63. On Sunday, the high will be 85 and will feel a little humid with the increased chance of rain, then the low drops to 62. On Monday, the high will reach 82 with a low of 61. That's it for this week's weather outlook, but you'll want to stay tuned because Gabrielle Owens will be back with a preview of YSU's theater program.
The feeling when my hands are on the piano, it's become comforting. It's somewhere that I can express myself. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is playing music. YSU is allowing me to take what I love and turn it into a career and do it every single day of my life. I'm Alyssa and I'm Hawaiian proud.
Hey kid, you wanna try some exercise?
Wait, what? What's going on right now?
Yeah, man, exercise.
I don't know. I don't know if I should even be talking to you right now.
It's got lots of benefits.
Okay.
The benefits of exercise include increased levels of energy, higher quality of sleep, better muscle and bone strength, improved memory, and clearer skin.
Welcome back to Jambar TV. I'm Gabrielle Owens. This year, the University Theater enters its 59th year of putting on public performances. This season, it will feature 4 productions, one of which has its opening night, September 30th, in the Spotlight Theater. Molly Burke brings you the details.
Back in May, the University Theater announced its 2022-2023 season. Now we are only weeks away from seeing the first of these shows, a play called The Revolutionists by Laura Gunderson. Senior theater BFA major Megan Evans is a cast member in the play. She talked about how The Revolutionists reflects on the world today and what we can learn from the show.
It's a comedy, but it's kind of a dark comedy, and there's some really serious moments about feminism and women's rights, which is kind of a hot topic today, especially. There's a saying that we come back to a lot in rehearsal, like the personal is political, and this is kind of like an intimate story about the real lives of these real people and how they've been affected by the politics around them.
Every show requires a team of people working behind the scenes. Costume designer Catherine Garlick gave insight into the design process.
A show has what we call a creative team. That would be the director and designers. And we go over the script, we talk about ideas, we talk about, concepts that we want to highlight. As a costume designer, I'm primarily focused on understanding these people, who they are, and how I can convey the essence of these people to the audience.
The University Theater is always looking for new students to join. Director Matthew Mazurowski talked about getting involved in the variety of shows the theater has to offer.
If there are any students that are not necessarily in the theater department, we welcome anybody from across campus to come and audition for our musicals, for our non-musical plays. We have a 10-minute play series that we do. We do a lot of different things, and we're very welcoming of anyone who maybe they did theater in high school and they want to get involved. So there are a lot of different ways. Technicians too, if you want to work on tech, or you want to work on set building or costume building, that kind of stuff. So there's some great opportunities over here for anybody who wants to get involved.
The Revolutionists will run September 30th to October 2nd and October 7th to October 9th. The theater is also putting on 3 musicals throughout the season. These shows will include Godspell, The Last 5 Years, and Antigone. For audition information, check out the Spotlight Theater door or call board on the first floor of Bliss Hall. Tickets for all university theater shows are free for students. Discounts are available for YSU faculty, retirees, and more. Ticket subscriptions are also available for adults online at the University Theater page. Reporting for Jambar TV, I'm Molly Burke.
YSU is celebrating National Hispanic Heritage Month with plenty of events for students and community members to participate in. Jambar reporter Cheyenne Gibbons tells us more.
National Hispanic Heritage Month is celebrated from September 15th to October 15th. This month, Hispanic countries celebrate their independence, and the United States celebrates Hispanic Americans and their cultural influence on society. Paulina Montaldo tells us why it's important for us to celebrate at YSU.
First, to celebrate the diversity, not just the American Latino community, but just of what the United States is, so diverse and so rich with so many cultures. And also I think that it's important because I believe overcoming the division between cultures is something urgent and necessary for peace, stability, and development.
Alicia Pierto tells us these celebrations help Latin American students and community members feel welcome and more at home, while also providing a new learning experience for non-Latin American students.
When we do the Day of the Dead, we ask people that if you want to bring pictures of anybody that has passed away, of your family, your friends, or some offering, because when we put altars, we put the food that the people that we are dedicating the altar to used to eat, or the things that they used to do. We believe that they come back that day, right? I want the students and the community to participate in it, not to be an spectator.
The events are meant to educate everyone in all topics of culture, such as art, music, dance, math, and more. If you enjoy these activities, the Spanish Club continues the celebration.
So the Spanish Club is kind of like a cultural celebration, is pretty much what it's watered down to. We always try to maximize our proficiency in the language and try to use it as much as possible. I think it's really important to make a safe environment where people can feel that they're going to mess up, and it's not very important.
For Jambar TV, I'm Cheyenne Gibbons.
On Tuesday, September 20th at 7 p.m., the Swedish rock band Ghost will be performing at the Cavelli Center. Some YSU students are excited to see the band and experience Ghost in person.
I'm very excited. I hear that the concerts are really cool, and there's certain rituals for the band and certain things you do to make the show more special, and I hear they throw a lot of guitar picks too, so I'm hoping to catch one.
Tickets are on sale now and can be purchased on Ticketmaster or at the Southwoods Health Box office. Up next, we will have this week's sports recap, so stay tuned.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State, and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex, and I'm Y and proud.
You're not waiting to see what the world has in store for you. It's more about what you have in store for the world. All you need is the opportunity. All you need are the resources of a large university and the advantages of a personalized academic setting where you can experience new worlds in the arts and sciences, business, and education and make them your own. We are where you shape your future. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Back to Jambar TV, I'm Cameron Stubbs with this week's weekly recap of sports. Starting off with football, the team has been riding high since they kicked off their season. Executive producer Kyle Wills has more.
The football team is off to a hot start after outscoring their opponents 80-30 through the first two games of the season. The Penguins started the 2022 campaign defeating Duquesne by a final score of 31-14. YSU dominated the run game as they had 274 yards on the ground. Senior Jaleel McLaughlin led the way with 203 of those yards and 3 touchdowns, while averaging over 10 yards per attempt. The defensive line was also a force as the Dukes could only muster 51 yards on 25 attempts. Here's what head coach Doug Phillips had to say about the performance of the defense.
We knew that's the greatest area we could make the biggest jump this year was in our run defense. And again, I haven't seen the stats. I don't know what their rushing was tonight, but I thought our run fits were there.
The Penguins stayed at the Ice Castle for Week 2, September 10th, as they played host to the Dayton Flyers. Sophomore Dimitri Crenshaw completed 11 of his 17 passes for 230 yards and 5 touchdowns, including this 30-yard pass to senior Bryce Oliver. His 5 scoring plays tied a school record set by Kurt Hess, set back in November of 2011. Here's what Crenshaw had to say about his record-tying performance.
Man, very humbling. I mean, that's good. I was doing what I could do to get the win. I mean, stuff like that. If that's what has to happen, we get a win, then I keep doing it. But, yeah, I mean.
McLaughlin continued his monstrous start to the season with 129 yards on 13 carries, including a touchdown. He is now 10th on the NCAA all-time rushing list with 6,916 yards. The Penguins came out on top by a final score of 49-16. The football team will head to Lexington, Kentucky to face number 9 ranked Kentucky Wildcats Saturday, September 17th at noon. The game can be listened to or watched on 570 WKBN or the SEC network. For Jambar TV, I'm Kyle Wills.
The women's soccer team has had great success since returning home to take on Bucknell University. It resulted in a Penguin victory, ending their winless drought by a score of 1-0 on September 4th. Senior Reagan Lavinia was able to score a goal around the 60-minute mark after a pass from senior Haley Curtis. The Penguins stayed at home to take on Kent State University on September 8th, which concluded in the team's second straight win 1-0. Senior Lily Welch was able to score her second career goal and first of the season with an assisted corner kick by junior Leanna Van Sice. The Gwens improved to 2-4-1 and sit in 10th place in the Horizon League standings. Head coach Brian Schrum was pleased with the team's win and considers it a building block for the team.
It's a stepping stone. It was definitely a battle against Kent State, a very formative opponent, and yeah, it was great to see us as a team find a way to pull that one out. Yeah, it was wonderful.
The women's soccer team headed to Oakland University to take on the Golden Grizzlies September 15th. For more information on the game, check out ysusports.com. The Penguins are back in action at Farmers National Bank Field on September 18th as the team takes on Wright State. You can catch this game on ESPN+. The golf season is finally teed off as the women's team have hosted their first 2 invitationals. I have more on the team's success. The women's golf season has entered full swing as they've recently hosted 2 invitationals this fall season. The women won the YSU kickoff outing and continued their success winning the Roseanne Swartz Invitational. The YSU kickoff outing saw the Gwens produce a final score of 290, which is the 6th lowest in school history in an 18-hole performance. 5th-year senior Puthita Conruti led the way, shooting a career-low 69 in the 28-stroke victory. Conruti earned medalist honors for the 4th time in her YSU career. Accolades are not the only thing on her mind, as she is more focused on having fun with her teammates in her final year.
Yeah, I'm really excited for my 5th year. Playing with the team, enjoying the moment, yeah, that's just it for my last year.
Following in her success was junior Titita Lautrongogam with a 73, junior Maddie Smithco and senior Christina Lewis both posted a final score of 74. In the Roseanne Swartz Invitational, Conruti led the team again with a career-best 2-round score of 141, the 3rd best finish in school history. Lautrongogam followed in 5th place with a score of 146. Head coach Nate Miklos is proud of the team's strong start and hopes to continue on this success throughout the season.
We just have an incredibly strong team this season. You know, all the way down our lineup, we're really good. And, you know, our goal has just got to be to just keep getting better. But this was a great start. Now we just got to build on it. And, you know, I think we're going to see even better things to come going forward.
Up next, the women will head over to University Park, Pennsylvania, as they will participate in the Nittany Lion Invitational hosted by Penn State University. Be sure to follow along on ysusports.com. Has been battling on the road for their past 2 weeks as they split 2 road invitationals with a record of 3-3. Starting off with the Billiken Invitational, the Penguins dropped their first 2 matches versus Central Michigan University and St. Louis University in 3-0 set sweeps. A strong bounce back on day 2 gave the Penguins a set sweep versus the University of St. Thomas. The day 2 victory was led by sophomores Kaya Franklin and Paula Gershing, who both had 11 kills, followed by senior Josie Borum and freshman Abby Householder with 10 and 9 kills respectively. The Penguins then participated in the Western New York Invitational, where they took their first loss in 4 sets to the University at Buffalo, then accomplished a set sweep versus Canisius College and a 3-2 set win versus Bucknell University. Householder and Gershing held their own in the win versus the Golden Griffiths, as they both recorded a double-double. Against the Bison, Borum showed out as she became the first Penguin in school history to record multiple career triple-doubles. Borum commented on what the accomplishment meant to her.
It means a lot. I mean, I'm really excited to do it on this team and for this program, and it just means a lot to me.
The Penguins took on the University of Akron last night. A recap of that game is posted on ysusports.com. The volleyball team returns home to host Kent State University today, September 16th at the Beagley Center at 6 p.m. Catch this game on ESPN Plus or follow along on ysusports.com. And now for more on the weather, let's throw it back over to Cheyenne Gibbons.
Thanks, Cameron. Like I said, this weekend we'll have plenty of sunshine, so soak in those rays before fall returns. A political rally on Saturday in the Covelli Center will likely increase traffic on Saturday, so plan your activities around that.
Looks like it's going to be a beautiful week next week.
Can't wait to go outside, guys, and see that wonderful weather Cheyenne mentioned. But that's going to do it for us today. We thank you for joining us, and make sure to check us out next week, guys. As always, stay safe.
And the Jane F. Lamb Charitable Foundation. Thank you.